What's up, muscle car people? This is Bringing Muscle Cars, and I'm Matt, and today I'm going to show you how to take this Camaro SS hood from boring to awesome, like this. If you want to see how to do this, stay tuned, watch the video. I'm going to show you how to do the whole thing. We already got the vents out, we got the hood cleaned with alcohol above and below where we're going to wrap, and we've got the cutting tape down. I've already cut the wrap out. It's a little over 70 inches wide, and we're going to go with a full sheet, even though you don't need to. It's only a couple inches short, but it's 60 inches, so we're going to use the whole sheet on the hood. We only got one thing left, and that's to do it. Let's get this thing done. Let's do this. The first thing you want to do when you're wrapping the hood is make sure you have full coverage. So we're going to use these magnets here. We're going to put them down just to make sure it's where we want it. And then we're going to look for spots like this right here. I'm not sure if I can zoom in close enough to see it. It's kind of like a crease, a crinkle. It still has the backing paper on, but we're going to look for some spots like that so we're going to look for spots like this right here with this, like, it's a little crease. Maybe you can see it. I don't know if I can zoom in far enough. But before we fully glass it out, we're going to apply a little bit of heat there just to eliminate that. So we got full coverage here. Everything looks pretty good, and what we're going to do now is we're going to take the backing paper off. So we're going to start in one corner. Pull it off some. Get it down. And then we're going to use the magnet just to hold it in place, since we're going to be moving it around a little bit. Straighten this out here. And I'm going to put a second one down just for good measure. There we go. Alright, kind of looks like a hot mess, but we're going to start to glass it out now. I think you can see that spot right here now. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of heat, no stretch, just a little bit of heat to make that go away. Let me see if I can. Because I applied heat up there, it kind of shrunk all this, so I'm going to have to apply a little bit of heat here just to get. blast out now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my glove on, and this hood has a couple, I don't know, waves in it. That's just how the hood is. Dips or grooves or whatever you want to call it. So there's a few high points. You can kind of see all three high points here. So I'm going to start right in the middle and then work one side. I'm going to lock this down with the pressure. And then I'm going to take my squeegee, apply a little water to it. So we got a little bit of water on there so it doesn't scratch it and it slides smoothly. And we're just gonna apply nice even pressure and go all the way down. Then we're gonna go back up. So we're just gonna work it real slow, but with nice even pressure. The air release on this Cheetah Wrap, I mean, it's really good. I like it a lot. Okay, now we're at kind of a tricky spot. So there's some air built up, and really, you just gotta take it slowly. And just work the air out. Because it still there's a gap here, so it's not down on the side because it dips down. So there's a spot for the air to go. Okay, there we go. Now we start here, and there is a hood vent right there. So here's what I like to do. I like to go down, kind of go around the vent. There you go. And we'll come back and we'll take care of the inside of the vent after we're all done. Same type of thing. I'm going to try to even this stroke out a little bit. This side is done. All right, that side is done. Now we're gonna work this side just the same way. We'll start right here on that ridge and work our way this way. Long, good pressure on there. This vinyl takes good pressure. If you don't get good pressure on it, it's gonna come up, and you gotta post heat it really well. So here, when I'm starting to get these bubbles, I'm gonna work it like this. I just find it works better. And you may have to take little passes, very small passes. Got that part all done. Start on this side. Then I'm going to do all down here. And I'm going to do around the vent. I didn't go slow enough. That was my own fault right there. I did that. Did it again. That was my own fault again. So brought you in for a closer look here. Just pick that up so the air had someplace to go. Just made it that much easier. Not really pulling on it, just letting it up. Made it 100 times easier. Finish this side off. The cutting tape is on here on the fender and the front bumper, so we're going to make sure that that is smooth on that side. Okay, before I do anything else, I'm just gonna go over the whole thing one more time and just make sure I didn't miss a spot. That happens sometimes. Or you didn't apply enough pressure in one spot. Alright, I'm going to show you how to do this vent here. You're going to apply some heat and then you're going to use your finger with your wrap glove on and you are going to work from the outside in. Alright, that's it. Pretty easy. Now I'm going to do the other side. Alright, I'm going to cut the vents out now. Now I'm going to show you how I do the top of the hood, the corner. So we have too much here to really work with, so I'm going to cut some of that off just to make it a bit easier. And I'm actually going to start the cutting tape on this side. Not that I really need to, but it just makes it a little bit easier. So really, I'm just concerned with getting it underneath the hood there, right around the corner smoothly. There's still too much wrap here. There's a lot of tension. Okay. And I'm going to apply a little bit of heat right there. Just to let it sit, just to let it shrink back and grab a hold of it. Got the corner done. You should always start in the center. And then cut in the air gap here. Kind of fold that down a little too much. Now we're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. Okay, now the corner and the top is all done, and now what we're going to do is we're going to pull the cutting tape all the way around and then we're going to lift the hood and then we're going to wrap it all the way underneath. So I'll move the camera and let's do this. Okay, before I lift the hood, what I'm going to do is lift up the vinyl so it doesn't pull it when I lift the hood. And really, I use the cutting tape around the hood because I don't have to worry about slipping up with the knife and not getting full coverage or cutting the paint or anything like that. I don't have to worry about that with the cutting tape. Maybe it cost, that was probably $1 worth of cutting tape I just used. It's worth it to me. Okay, normally you would start on like the corners. There's really only 3 corners. So you have the 2 top ones, which we've already done. And then we have this one right in the middle there. So I'm gonna do that one and I'll show you. I think you'll be able to zoom in there. Okay, and then I'm going to just take my finger and I'm going to run it right on the edge all the way around. And then I'm going to go a little bit more. I guess there's a corner there. A little bit more on the way back. The one nice thing about using the cutting tape is it's also pretty consistent length underneath. That's really my weakest area, is underneath on those cuts and stuff. Done. Now we're going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, all right, so the hood is all done now. We do need to post heat it, and with Cheetah Wrap, you have to post heat it a little bit more than with Avery or 3M, but we're gonna post heat it really well. We're gonna put the vents on back. We're gonna put the vents back on, obviously, and I'll show you the full finished product right now. All right, guys, here it is, finished product. I think he's gonna end up changing out these vents just because the gloss vents don't really fit now. But we'll see what he says. He may love it. I think this looks awesome. I've seen a lot of CL1 or just Camaro SS 1LEs, and they come with this option. Whew, I bet you it was cheaper for him to pay me to do it than to get it as an actual option, which is still just wrapped from Chevrolet. No way they're charging the same as what I did. But it came out really good. The satin is such a nice color. Let's take a closer look here. Let me know what you guys think down below of the job, what I did, the color, how it turned out, what I could have done better, if it helped you, anything. Just remember, I'm not a professional rapper. I do this on the side for a little extra money, and it's kind of fun. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's super frustrating. But if I can do this, you can do it. All you have to do is buy your first roll of wrap and start wrapping. Buy a roll of Cheetah Wrap, relatively inexpensive. Start there. It's not rocket science, guys. If I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching. If you're like us and you got a fast car, you better bring it. Thanks for watching, guys.